In Tim Tykwer's sumptuous production of Patrick Susskind's award-winning novel, Perfume, Jean-Baptiste Granouille is born with an extraordinary sense of smell. It's Paris in the mid-18th century, and Granouille, a penniless social outcast, works as an apprentice in a tannery shop and then in a perfume shop, relentlessly pursuing a quest to capture the scent of the life force. Unfortunately, he thinks that the only way to save the treasured aroma is by murdering young girls. His obsession takes him to a cave in the Auvergne in the south of France, and then to Grasse, the perfume capital of the world, where he believes he will achieve his goal.
He was not choosy. He did not differentiate between what are commonly considered to be good smells from bad. At least not yet. He was very greedy. The goal was to possess everything the world had to offer in the way of odors. His only condition being that they were new ones. Thousands upon thousands of odors formed an invisible gruel which he dissected into its smallest and most remote parts and pieces.
Richard Tom Tykwer, Run Lola Run, the Princess and the Warrior,
right.
Heaven,
Yeah.
which I want to discuss in a second,
Yeah,
The Winter Sleepers. These
Right.
are amazing films, some of them too long,
Yeah.
but he is one of my new favorite directors and I love what he's doing. His last two films, though, have not been his. He has gone into adaptation. Heaven was Kozlowski's last script,
Right.
which he died before he could make. And the ending of Heaven is embarrassing. It's, you remember the escape into the
ether,
heavens, into the
yeah.
ether. It just doesn't deal with the problem at all.
Yeah.
Now, he takes Susskind's novel, which for 21 years people have been trying to wrestle out of Susskind's hands to make into a film because it's such a challenge.
Yeah.
It is not a visual film, it is really a film about smell, but more than that, it is a totally internal novel.
Okay.
You've got a narrator who is telling you everything that's going on in the characters' minds. And very little interaction with characters, very little dialogue.
And what you have here is a film that's like a what would Kubrick do type of film. It's extremely icy. It really reduces humanity to the, as you often say of Kubrick, to the level of just one more animal in the food chain. I mean, I really loathe this film, and and the beautiful production design notwithstanding, I couldn't overcome my essential disgust with this. I think it's like the three writers say it all, that are credited. It seems like a particular level of chaos when you see a movie that when it comes to the end, it's like, let's make it as a Messiah story. What else can we do?
But that is in the book. But it's
Orphic like that.
Yeah, it's almost an antichrist.
Messiah. Yeah, this Orpheus thing that goes on.
Let me just say that the film doesn't work because the novel doesn't work. And as I read it, and I read it this past week and a half, struggled to get through it. And I said, how in the heck did this thing make the bestseller list, sell 15 million copies, be translated to 45 languages? I read one critic after I read this, and he said, seeing this film and going back to the novel, I am embarrassed that I once raved about this book.
The second class.
It is totally dated, and it is just plain, it's not a horror film, it is just plain creepy. The whole concept is creepy.
You have a monster. You have a monster, but you have no compassion for him because he's such a nothing. He's such a cipher.
Exactly, he is. He's a monster who you have no compassion for.
And his crimes aren't even staged cinematically.
This is not Quasimodo. This is not Frankenstein. No. This is just someone who you say,
this guy's a grind. He's like a grind. He just goes after these people and keeps knocking them on the head and slathering them with. Yeah, no, I hated it, and I thought it really, to use the appropriate word for this film, I thought it stank.
Yeah, which I think was good. One more thing.
Yeah.
The book definitely is comic a very dark comedy, and the characters are treated satirically. Some characters are left out, and their ends are very ironic. And it looks as though, for some reason, Tikva totally
instead
lost the
you have this
dark
narration by John Hurt that seems to be written by a styptic pencil, but yeah, go ahead.